My 6-year-old son was recently diagnosed with dyslexia. This is all very new to us, and to be honest, I'm feeling insecure about talking to him about it. I know he's struggling with reading, but I don't understand why. Will he ever be able to read? As a parent, what are the basics I should understand about dyslexia? And what is the best way to explain dyslexia to him to ease his worries and fears? So this is a very common question that I get from parents all the time, especially when I'm making a first-time diagnosis of dyslexia with a young child. The good news is that we know a ton about dyslexia. We know what causes dyslexia, we know how to identify dyslexia, we know how to treat dyslexia with the right type of instructional programming, and we also know how we can continue to support students with accommodations as they make their way through elementary, middle, and then high school, and really into college if needed. So the first thing that I really like to do is ease parents' concerns about their child's ability to learn how to read, because we do know that with the right instructional approach, we can help them to crack that code, to become more accurate readers, to become more fluent readers, which ultimately allows them to gain access to the content of their school's curriculum as they move through school. We want to make sure that parents and their kids really understand what dyslexia is. It's really just a fancy way of saying that a child has unexpected difficulty learning how to read. We know that it has nothing to do with intelligence. We know that it has nothing to do with having had an opportunity to be in a classroom or to be exposed to books, but that students use different parts of their brain in order to learn how to read, which makes it harder for them to benefit from the type of instruction that they might be getting in a typical classroom setting. Dyslexia is really common. We know that about 20% of students have dyslexia. That's across cultures, across languages, even across alphabetic systems. We know that students don't outgrow dyslexia, although they definitely will become increasingly accurate and fluent readers, but those same cognitive skills, the cognitive linguistic skills that make it harder for students to learn how to read when they're in early elementary school, will stick with them and have different impact depending on where they are in their educational and vocational careers. So one of the things that we see most commonly is that while students with dyslexia will become accurate readers, they often remain slower readers, which is one of those reasons that accommodations like extended time can be so helpful for students with dyslexia. Well, another thing that can be really helpful for the same exact reason is something like books on tape. We know that in high school and college and after college, the volume of reading goes up. If it takes you a really long time to read, it can be very exhausting to get through reading material. So books on tape, where you can listen to the content, sometimes while following along, depending on sort of the purpose of the assignment, can really be helpful because of that slower reading pace as well. And we also see spelling sometimes lags behind. So while kids become increasingly accurate readers, which serves their comprehension and allows them to really continue to benefit from the content, to have access to the content in their classrooms, reading remains slower, more laborious, and some other aspects of school can be challenging for them.